My stepson once told me I shouldn't even use my last name for him. So, I stopped using my card for him. I stopped paying his bills. And I moved every single one of his expenses over to his biological father. What happened next? Well, let's just say his reaction, and his father's, was absolutely priceless. Hello everyone. Welcome back to Venomous Vows. Today's story is about boundaries, respect, and what happens when entitlement meets reality. I'm Jason, 44 years old, and this is the story of how I stopped funding my stepson's disrespect. I've got two biological kids from my first marriage, Chloe, who's 12, and Jordan, who's 10. We share custody with their mom, and honestly, it's been smooth. We co-parent well. We put the kids first, and I never question whether they value me. They're good kids, polite, kind, and genuinely appreciative. Then there's Tyler, my 17-year-old stepson. His mom, Erica, and I got married 3 years ago. But I've been in Tyler's life for almost 6. I met him when he was 11. Back when Erica was still trying to make sense of life with Greg, Tyler's biological father. Now, Greg has always been what I call a part-time dad. He's the Instagram father, plenty of posts about family first. But very little follow-through when it mattered. Birthdays with flashy gifts, promises that never came true, and long stretches where Tyler was basically left hanging. Meanwhile, I was the one showing up, doctor's appointments at dawn, school pickups, homework meltdowns, late-night talks, and even teaching him to drive. I never tried to replace Greg. I wasn't competing. I just wanted to be there, consistently, in the ways that mattered. And for years, Tyler responded well. He never called me dad. But we had our bond, movie nights, gaming sessions, and college tours. I thought we were building something meaningful. When Tyler turned 16, I took a step that many parents do. I added him as an authorized user on my credit card, not with a huge limit, just $500, meant for gas and emergencies. I figured it would teach him responsibility and start building his credit early. On top of that, I covered his car insurance, his phone bill, kept him on our health insurance, and paid for school lunches, gas money, and the occasional subscription service. I wasn't keeping a scorecard. I just thought, that's what family does. But 3 weeks ago, on an ordinary Saturday morning, I got my wake-up call. I was making pancakes. My kids were visiting. Everyone was laughing. When Tyler shuffled in with his phone glued to his hand, I casually said, "Hey, your card statement came in, Spotify and gas charges posted this month." Without looking up, Tyler muttered, "Why are you even checking my stuff? You're not my real dad. You shouldn't be using your last name for me anyway." The kitchen went dead silent. Chloe froze mid-bite. Jordan stared wide-eyed. And even Erica looked shocked. "You shouldn't be using your last name for me." That sentence hit like a slap. Not just disrespect, it was dismissal. 6 years of showing up. And he reduced me to nothing. I didn't respond in the moment. I finished the pancakes, served everyone, and sat down. But inside, something shifted. After breakfast, I went straight to my office, opened my laptop, and got to work. If Tyler didn't want my name tied to him, then I'd respect that, fully. Step 1, I called the credit card company. As the primary account holder, I removed him as an authorized user. His card would be useless by the end of the day. Step 2, I called our car insurance agent. Tyler had been on my policy for 8 months. Gone. Effective immediately. He could get his own policy or go uninsured. Step 3, I contacted our phone provider. Tyler's line? Moved to an individual account under Greg's information. His real dad could handle it. Health insurance was trickier. It would take until the next enrollment period. But I started the paperwork. Step 4, I canceled all his subscriptions. Netflix, Disney+, Spotify Family, iCloud storage, Xbox Game Pass, you name it. Gone. And then, I drafted one final email, to Greg. I listed every monthly cost I had been covering for Tyler. Car insurance $180. Cell phone $85. Health insurance share $150. School lunches $40. Gas money $120. Subscriptions $65. That's $640 per month. Not including surprise repairs or school fees. I attached 6 months of receipts and ended with, Tyler prefers his biological father handle his affairs. Please coordinate with him directly. And then, I waited. Monday morning, Tyler's first test arrived. He called me from the gas station. Panicked. "Dad, my card isn't working." "That's unfortunate. Can you call them?" "There must be a mistake." "No mistake. The card's canceled." "What? Why? You said I shouldn't use my last name with you." "The card was under my name. So I honored your request." The meltdown was instant. 6 missed calls. Then Erica called from work. "What did you do?" "Tyler's hysterical. I respected his boundary. He didn't want my name tied to him. So it isn't anymore. By that evening, Tyler stormed in furious. Turns out Greg had to leave work to fill his tank. And Greg wasn't happy. Tyler yelled. "You embarrassed me." I calmly replied. "No. Tyler, you embarrassed yourself. I just stopped enabling it." He tried to argue. Claimed he couldn't afford insurance on his own. I reminded him, actions have consequences. Within days, his phone was cut off because Greg couldn't figure out the account transfer. His car sat unused because he couldn't insure it. His school lunch account went negative. And he had to borrow money from friends. By Thursday, Greg called me furious. "You can't just dump this on me." "Why not? He's your son." "I can't afford all this." "I know. I've been covering it for 6 years. Kids are expensive when you actually pay for them." By Friday, Tyler was a mess. No car. No phone. No spending money. Reality hit him hard. That evening, he knocked on my office door. "Can we talk?" Tyler sat down, looking defeated. "I messed up. About what I said, the name thing. I didn't mean it like that. You've been more of a dad to me than Greg ever was. I was just mad and took it out on you. I'm sorry." I told him I appreciated the apology, but words are cheap. He was almost an adult now. And adults handle their own responsibilities. "Does that mean you won't add me back to your insurance?" "That means you can ask your real dad. Or get a job." His face fell. He begged. Promised to change. Swore he respected me. But I told him, respect isn't something you turn on and off. You had 6 years to show me. For the next 2 months, Tyler had to live with the consequences. No insurance meant no driving. No phone meant no social life. No credit card meant no independence. And then, out of the blue, Greg texted me, "How the hell did you afford all that for so long? I can barely cover his phone bill." That was the priceless reply. I screenshotted and sent it to Tyler with a note, "This is why I don't mind investing in people who appreciate it." And Tyler's response? Even better. "I'm sorry I ever made you question whether you mattered. You matter more than anyone." Last week, Tyler introduced me to his girlfriend's parents, not as his stepdad. He said, "This is my dad, Jason." I asked him later why. His answer? "Because you earned it. Greg just gave DNA." Here's what I learned. You can't force someone to see your worth. But you can absolutely stop funding their blindness. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do is set boundaries and let people face the natural consequences of their choices. Tyler learned that fatherhood isn't about biology, it's about showing up when it's hard. And I learned that love without respect is just enabling. So, was I wrong for cutting him off? Or did I handle it exactly right? What would you have done? If this story resonated with you, hit that like button. Subscribe to Venomous Vows. And share this video. Your support helps us keep bringing powerful stories like this one. Thanks for watching.